tank, so there is not really a set place in which you can be, because sometimes you'll get just pushed to the front, and sometimes he will just knock you back over his shoulder into his back. I usually like to stay somewhere, let me see. For example, I would try to place the boss somewhere around there, and I would try to be either over there or either around here, just because you're gonna be knocked back. I don't know what's the exact pattern, but this way you'll never be knocked back too far. But there's not really much you can do to avoid it. You'll be knocked back. Other than that, everyone. So what we're gonna have to do is just always stand on the back of the boss, damage him as much as you can, and once in a while you'll see that he will have a shield around him, and when that shield comes up, just focus the boss, and as soon as the shield is down, you'll see that the boss is laying on the ground, and that's the time in which he's more vulnerable than usual. That's the time in which you'll be, just give it everything. If you have other offensives and so on, we're actually going to use our raid boss the first time that the boss is down. Other than that, a few ads will be coming up. Don't worry too much about them. I'll just call it out when we need to kill them, so that we don't become overwhelmed by them. Other than that, yeah, just burn the boss and stay away from the red circle when it comes, and that's really it.
To the question about the loot sources, so I haven't paid attention to that, but I think it randoms everything. What I'm not sure is if there is a draw for a gunslinger, if it will random only among the gunslinger, or if it will go to all of them.
Right. I'll keep an eye out anyway, because I usually don't want loot.
Yeah, we will find out.
Yep, let's see how it goes. Okay, just another random check. I'm gonna give you also lead, not lead, the assistance, so that you can ready check, as you are the tank.
My answer is no.
You there, Malice?
He did say AFK 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so group is ready. Falling in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, Sparky's on the loose. Just don't throw a pet in that sucker.
That's not a good start for me.
You cannot do anything to avoid it, really.
Respect the sparkler.
Burn the boss down. Let's pop our raid buffs now.
Mad Sparky, mad.
Maybe not the best time, sorry.
Here come the young ones.
Make sure you are focused on the boss. Don't worry too much about the ads. Spread a little bit, please. Okay, now everyone in the boss, please.
I should probably turn him around when he does the shoulder, right? So he doesn't push me to the other side.
Yeah, the thing is that it doesn't always push to his front. It does twice to his front and once to his back.
Okay.
So you're gonna fly above his shoulder, but that's not the correct pattern. That's kind of the ratio only.
Okay.
See? Even the Ravagers' pets are bloodthirsty.
Yeah, I think the name of the attack should indicate which one it is. I can personally never remember which one it is.
Yeah, same thing here.
Yeah, shoulder.
That shoulder throw is always behind.
Yeah. It's just that
The
the
top.
cast is. Yeah, the cast is so fast that when I realize he's doing it, it's too late.
Okay, so now just for the boss, ignore all the ads, please. That's not the boss now.
I guess it takes practice also to be more reactive.
So long, Sparky.
So let's find out how this little thingy
Where
works.
it had to be done.
Let's just keep walking through the bridge, and to the other side, they will just respawn. This part can be tricky, don't be reckless. Sorry, I pulled before, I'm sorry. It's just really a habit, sorry.
I like it.
Some people like to LOS the ads here, I just like to go there and just smash everything. So let's go. Just wait for the tank to pull. Can anyone see him? into that ad. Okay, so let's all stand on the left here, and the tank will be hitting the ads, and we'll just LOS all of them. And you can hear all the cries of pain in a few seconds.
Why is people coming from the right with the
Crabs actually do kill them if you bring them in first. That's not a simple.
Oh, I had no idea about it.
They actually do an okay job of it, but yeah.
So you can just stand back and watch?
Yeah, and then kill the crabs.
Of course.
You're in time for Bulo's weekly booze delivery to Raiders Cove. He'd enslave his own family to keep his shipments on schedule. Love to see the look on his ugly
Okay,
mug
so
when
for
he
this
sees
fight
you
I'm gonna
coming.
be off tanking this with sticks up,
Just
and
what
what we're gonna do as tanks will be to just stand in a triangular motion regarding where the boss is, because the boss shares the damage with the two people with most aggro. So he will just, target one of us with the shotgun, and then the other one, and so on and so on. And so what everyone should be doing, as soon as we start the fight, everyone will just stack right behind the boss. This is absolutely imperative. Nobody besides the tanks stand in front of the boss, so always stand behind the boss, wherever he's positioning himself. The fight always starts over there, but then the boss sometimes jumps to other places, so he can jump to somewhere around here or somewhere around over there. It's kind of random. There are a few places, but they are random the way in which they spawn. No matter what we should be doing as tanks is always making sure that we face him as fast as possible to the outside part. So if the boss is over there on this tank marker, we'll just face him to the outside, always to the outside. So if, for example, the boss, let me just erase this marker. If the boss sees, let's say that he spawns over there, which is kind of an awkward position, right in the middle, usually I'm gonna try to call it out. But what we would be doing would be the tanks will be facing him to that side, and every DPS will be staying on the other side, just because that's the place, just so that we have some kind of orientation. I'm not really sure, but I don't think it's actually related, because I've seen mobs spawning from one door over here and then he jumped to the other side, so I don't think that's related. Not sure though. So that's for the positioning aspect of the fight. The other thing that we should be taking into account will be, once in a while you'll see blue circles in the ground. Let's say so there's one set of circles, and then another one, and then another one, and then they will go off. Make sure that you are outside those circles, because they are electric and they deal damage. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to avoid them, especially if you are a melee class. But yeah, just don't be greedy. Just stand back a little bit, and then a little bit more, and then when they are over, just go back to the boss. Other than that, yep, there will be a few ads spawning up. There used to be a mechanic in which we had to grab a barrel and kill them, but there is no need for that anymore. So you can just kill the ads as soon as they show up. Just kill the ads; they go down pretty fast, and that's really it. So a quick rundown, just to make sure that we all start over there behind the boss. We'll pop raid buffs right away, so don't worry about it. Just pop raid buffs, just burn the boss down. And as soon as the first set of ads comes, or as soon as he moves away, you can just go wherever you want to, as long as you are behind the boss. Kill the ads, avoid the close circles.
Okay, ready, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Don't be aggressive on your taunts, don't worry about it. You need to make sure that the boss doesn't know.
Okay,
Especially with the ray buffs going on. Stay on the boss for now. Hold on. That's good again. Avoid the circles. Can we res and wrestle, please? Get away, and then you can just jump back to the boss. Watch out for circles. Then the starting point. Kill all these apps, please. Behind the boss, you switch places so it can be tricky. Get back on the boss. Great, super. Just ignore everything else and just burn the boss down. And there we go. Nice jump.
Yeah, the hardest part about that fight is seeing which way the boss is actually facing.
Yep, that's why I always try to make him face the outside part when we're depending, regardless of which side we are. But so, like just now, he jumped to a very close place, and I know I took like 4 seconds before noticing that he switched places. Yeah, but we got it. So great job. And if you want to grab a barrel of booze, feel free to. Yeah, usually the mechanic, just out of curiosity, the mechanic regarding those ads would be some, a designated person would grab one of these barrels that are scattered around, and they will instantly aggro the ads. And what we would have to do is to place the ads on top of those circles, and they will just die.
Okay, plan's coming together. Get at the heart of that tab, and I'll do the rest.
Okay, so this fight is all about one thing. We're gonna have to kill the boss before he kills us. That's the main objective here, because that's how the boss is at the moment. So the concept here about this fight is the following: there are 4 consoles that you can see around the fighting arena, and once in a while the boss will just jump to one of those and he will just smash it. If he smashes all 4 of them, the ship goes down and we wipe. The boss dies, but we will also die, so it's not a victory. So everyone dies. So we do not want that to happen. So we must kill him before he crashes the fourth console. If everything goes well, he should not explode more than 2 of those consoles. Regardless of that, there will be a lot of ads that will be spawning around throughout the whole arena. There are a few that we have to kill. There's one called shoots lasers. It's just a tiny little droid that shoots lasers, so we have to kill them. And there will also be a dangerous fire device. A fire device is basically it's kind of like an orange AoE circle, and it has fire, and it kills you pretty away, like 3 or 4 ticks, and you're dead. So we have to preemptively avoid those. As soon as they are spawning, we just move the boss to a little bit to the side, and everyone stay out. If you are ranged, you can just stay the whole time around over here, right back here. If you are not, just make sure that you are behind the boss and follow him and try to avoid those fire devices. For the tanking part, the best way to take this boss is to start the fight and make him face to the outside. And as soon as the first fire device shows up, just try to move him. Usually a few steps take it, so like move it around over here or somewhere around over there. Just make sure that when you move the boss, he's in a position in which, let's say for example, let's say that you are away from the fire as a tank, but if the melee classes cannot hit the boss because there's fire, it can be tricky. So make sure that it's a comfortable place for everyone to damage him.
Okay, and do I have to try to get the fire devices to also look at me, or I just focus on the
No,
boss?
you don't have to worry about the fire device at all because they just stay there, and it's just really an AoE circle with fire. Shoots lasers is also the same thing. We have to kill them as fast as possible, so don't worry about aggroing them. Just make sure that you have the boss at all times on you. That's really the only focus for you.
Alright.
Other than that, we'll pop raid buffs as soon as we start the fight, so just get ready, prepare yourself. We're gonna give it everything we have to the boss as soon as we start the fight.
Alright, I am ready.
On your stick.
Okay, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Great buffs, everything you have. I shoot laser, let's kill it. Fire, get away. Okay, first console down, we need to kill him.
Filters are up.
Get away from fire, get away from fire. There's fire, watch out. I'm gonna taunt the boss just so that oh, you're out of the. Let's bring the boss down. And there we go. I completely forgot to mention to use Tixa that there's a tank swap mechanic, but it didn't seem to hurt you very much, so there goes that. I completely forgot about it, sorry.
I don't think it hurts too much, does it, in story as such?
Well, it didn't seem to. I thought they did though.
You're in for it now. Ha ha! I'll run this time. This is your cap. Here, right.
I haven't seen any drop of any special gear. If anyone has got anything, just out of curiosity for the question that the Sasko asked at the start.
I've got nothing but junk so far, other than, like, I did get 2 satchels, crafting satchels. So if anyone does want one, just shout.
I got absolutely nothing besides the usual loot.
Yeah, same here. Nothing good.
I saw a deco, but the deco should be random for everyone. The gear is interesting on how it will be random. Yes, I have the feeling that they actually removed a lot of cool drops.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this fight, this is usually the trickiest fight in the whole operation. So we're gonna start. Styx is gonna take the boss. We have to always stay behind the boss. So and when you start the fight, the tank will be trying to face the boss to the outside so that every DPS can stand around here or just around. Just don't stand in front of the boss. Never stand in front of the boss. He does a very big cleave and actually a knockback, so you'll be just flying around, so watch out for that. And for the first part in which we only fight this big droid, which is called Blaster, the only things we have to avoid are a few blue circles that will just spawn on on random people. And if we stack those blue circles on top of each other, they will blow. So let's say if I have a circle and Kaelanor also has one circle, if we get too close to one another and stack those circles, they will blow up and we'll both take damage. So for this fight, it's very important so that you don't stack on top of each other. So just spread it a little bit, give everyone space to just to move around. If you are a ranged class, you can stay a little bit to the back. If you are a melee, just make sure that you don't stack on top of anyone else. And that's really it for the first part. It might be getting to one phase. The phase is called, I don't remember, if Reign of Pain, something like that. I just call it the carpet phase because what's going to happen is that the whole arena that we have here, it will be divided into 3 big places. Like, just for a reference, one around over there, another one right in the middle, and another one to the right. And basically, you will see red, just a big red rectangle going from one side to the other one of the arena. And there will be 2. So basically, there are 3 places, and 2 of those will be highlighted by that red, which means that there's only one safe spot for us to be in. When it happens, just make sure, I'll try to call it out, but we have to all move as fast as we can to the safe spot. And that's just it. Just avoid it like 2 or 3 times, and then we go back to the boss. If we damage the boss fast enough, we won't be even getting to this phase, so let's see how it goes. Nevertheless, as soon as the boss is at around 50%, we'll get to the hardest part of the fight, which is Master, which is the small droid. Usually he spawns somewhere around over there, marked by the DPS marker. And this boss has two terrible mechanics. The first one is it does a spinning attack. It just starts spinning. You will see a big circle around him. Just make sure that don't even touch him. Just stay away from it because that deals a lot of damage. Don't stand inside that thingy. Get away from it. That's really it. And the other one will be mostly for the tank. So if you are not a tank, make sure that you are not in front of the boss. Always stay behind the boss. I will explain you the thingy right after sticks. I'll just go through the general mechanics. So make sure that you are never in front of that boss. Actually, make sure that you are never in front of any of those bosses. So just on their backs. And as soon as this boss is down, the smaller one, he will be our top priority. Just ignore completely the big one. Just make sure that you burn down the small droid until he will do a kind of a funny noise, and when that noise happens, we will just get that small droid close to the big one, and we'll just burn them both. We'll still focus the smaller one for we have to kill it first, but we can get it close to one another. So just a quick rundown for everyone besides the tank. We hit the big one. Don't overlap the blue circles or they will blow up. If that carpet face comes up, make sure that you are in the safe spot. I will call it out for you. After that, the smaller droid will come down. Always stay on the back of that boss. Never stand inside at the circle of spinning attack. And completely focus that boss down though, so don't worry too much about the big one. Just focus the smaller one as much as you can. When it does a funny noise, I'll call it out. We will just stack both bosses in the same place. That tank will regain control, and we will continue to burn down the smaller one, but just in a different place. There will be no spinning attack. It will just be much easier that. And that's really it for everyone except for the tank. So for the tank, Stixay will start taking the boss on the opposite side over there. And yep, as soon as Master is down, you will just take completely priority on him. I will take the big one, and you just focus on Master. And don't worry about this one. So the mechanic about so there's the spinning attack. So if people are usually here, what I usually do is I just go back, usually somewhere around the place where we are right now, just not too much, or else it's just way too far to be comfortable for everyone else to damage him. And right after that, he will be starting doing I don't remember the name of the cast, but he will just shoot lightning to you, and you will be building stacks. And since you are a shadow tank, you have the cheese mechanic, and the cheese mechanic consists of you popping your force cloak and taunting right after. Because when you force cloak yourself, all the stacks that you have will be cleared. The boss will also turn to someone else, but if you taunt right after, it will be fine. So you use your force cloak, and half a second after you taunt back, and it will be good to go. So the moment in which you will be popping your force cloak is at about, I would say, 8 stacks, just to make it safe.
Okay.
Because he will just shoot lightning to you. You just pay attention to that. You pop your force cloak, you taunt him back, and the stacks will be resetting, and you'll be good. There won't be any health issues. And that's really it. That's how you deal with it. Then after that, you just stay on him, and you avoid again the spinning attack. When he starts doing again the stacking thingy, just if you'll probably not be able to. Do you have the tactical that gives you two cloaks?
Nope.
No worries. So on the second time, I will try to run through him and try to get one of the stacks.
I can equip it. I do have it. But
if you have it, awesome.
Okay, let me equip it.
Because that way nobody has to do anything. You can just cloak twice.
Okay, and when he does the spinning attack, I just kite him, right? I shouldn't stay inside the circle.
Oh, don't stay inside. Just kite him around. You cannot stay inside. And that's really it. So let's give it a go.
Group is ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Operation Thunderhead dispatches go!
don't overlap these circles, please.
You think I'm tough? Where do you meet the boss?
Do not stand on the same side of the trunk. Go to the opposite side.
Yep, come get close to us. Okay, so there won't be that curtain phase. Small is coming down. I will take the boss now.
Here comes the boss.
Get ready, sticks up. Stay away, don't stand in that yellow thingy. Boss is over there, sticks up.
Yeah, right about now, you're rethinking this whole plan
Get back,
of
get back.
yours.
Get away from the spinning attack. Okay, now burn the boss. Get ready for it, sticks then. Do it now.
You
I have 11 stacks.
No one takes all those Ravagers and lives.
Yeah, no.
Let's get sticks revived. The boss went up. Razor, please. Okay, this is the curtain phase. Everyone in the middle. Everyone in the middle. Stay away from that red. Okay, close to the gate. Let's get close to the gates. Let's go. We can still make it, guys. Don't worry. And now close to the gate. Okay, so now you take both bosses sticks in. Get back behind the boss, everyone, just like the beginning of the fight. Okay, get both boss. I'm carrying the boss back. Can you take Master again, Sticks?
Yep.
Not him now. Over me.
I have it pulled on.
Okay, you're gonna trade. Okay, now you can bring in the middle. Now you can take both bosses. If someone can revive me, I would appreciate it. If not, it's fine. Everyone kill the small droid behind the bosses. Behind the bosses. Ooh, yeah, save your revive for sticks if you can. Let's see how far we can go. And the curtain phase again.
Thunderheads, boss.
At least we can practice this one. Close to the gates. Don't stand inside the yellow part. The yellow thingy damages.
Destroy.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We can still pull it off. It just needs a little bit of adjusting.
Sorry for that.
No worries. There were a few things we can do a little bit better, but we'll be good to go.
We revive at the med center or area start.
Area star. And then you should revive next to a shuttle. You just take the shuttle.
Alright, I got confused on something in there. When the little robot comes down, do we stay on the big one or do we focus that one?
When the small, as soon as the small droid is down, he's the only thing we should be prioritizing. We only focus on the small one as soon as he's down.
Okay.
Just make sure that you are never inside that spinning circle, and that's really it. And always on the back. So one thing that I didn't explain it before, so that's on me. So you see that there are big, yellow orangish big circles around us. Don't stand on top of those. They are places in which missiles will be dropping, so stay away from those. So for example, if you are tanking it, then let's say that you are tanking and there's one orange over there, and you won't be able to place the boss perfectly over there, so you have to stay somewhere around there, just to make sure that when you get knocked back by the boss, because you will, just make sure that you don't drop on top of one of those orange. But I don't think that was happening, so just make sure about that. But this is for everyone. For everyone, don't ever stay inside of those orange circles. When the small droid comes down, usually this is my opinion. Some people do it differently. I don't think that side where the healer marker is the best place to take him. In my opinion, it's usually best to take him somewhere around here, just because all the DPS are usually here, and it's closer for them. And well, since you're the tank, you'll be doing a lot of the movement. Obviously, if there are a lot of yellow circles here and you don't have space, just ignore that and go back to a safe spot. This is just so that we can prevent having DPS, on that side and close to being knocked back, because we really don't want that. Usually this is where I place him, so let me erase all the markers. So usually when Master comes down, I generally take him somewhere around here. He will do his spinning attack. I usually go close to to the gate, just so that the DPS will have this huge place here where I'm running and closer to the boss to damage the boss. That's the way I usually do it. But if it works on the other side, it's also fine.
I will go there. Yeah.
For everyone else, just make sure it never stand in front of the boss. Even if you are panicking, just like the curtain phase, it's fine to panic. Just panic on this side and not on the other one, just to avoid getting knocked back. And let's put it again. And if anyone has any questions, just let me know, of course.
Okay, group is ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Operation Thunderhead dispatches go!
From the boss back. Thank you.
He wasn't pulled down. I couldn't.
No worries. You can. Okay, smaller one is coming down.
Here comes the boss!
I'm gonna take this one now. Okay, so there's not a lot of room.
Man, right about now, you're rethinking this whole plan of yours.
Yeah, there is not a lot of room when there's no space. Yep, now we have space now. Get away from that. Get away from that. Behind the boss.
Are you taking the big one or am I taking the big
I was on the smaller one because I didn't know if you will be in the revival or not.
one? Okay.
Sasha, can you take the big one, please?
Destroy!
Just focus on the smaller one.
Yeah! Dispatch those thunderheads, boss! Direct hit!
Okay, let's avoid it. Get back.
Direct hit!
Let's just see who dies last with Malice. You win. Okay, so let's try it once more this way, and if it doesn't work, I can switch to my tech because this fight does benefit from having 2 tanks.
So what happened now is that when I went to the small one, my normal taunt was on cooldown, so I had to do AoE taunt, and I think I grabbed also the other guy. So he pushed me back to the yellow and cleaved the whole group.
Whenever you need to use an AoE taunt, just let me know so that I know that I will have single taunt right after.
Okay.
Nevertheless, something very unfortunate happened because I mentioned this side to grabbing the small droid, but what happened was there was no safe spots because of the yellow circles. When that happens, you do need to take him to the other side.
Okay.
This is taking control of master is not an easy job. It really demands a lot of adapting and so don't fret about it. It's really normal to happen this way.
Okay, group is ready. Putting in 3, 2, 1.
Operation Thunderhead dispatches go! You think I'm tough? Where do you meet the boss?
Watch out for the circles. Try not to overlap them, and watch out for the yellow.
Oh, you done it now! Here comes the boss!
Okay, there's a safe spot over there. There goes the boss. He's there.
Man, right about now, you're rethinking this whole plan of yours!
It's gonna start spinning. So be ready to get out.
Get away from that spinning attack. Healers focus Stixa, please. It's ready. Very close.
You thunderheads! No one takes all those Ravagers and
Everyone go
Raiders.
to the opposite side.
Destroy!
A bit too much damage. Can you send a revival, please? Maybe that. Does anyone have a res on cool and not on cooldown? Thank you.
Dispatch those thunderheads, boss!
away. I'm gonna take the big one back. Thank you, Sask.
You take the big one and I take the small one?
Yeah, I'll take the big one.
I can understand what you said. I take the small one, I guess.
Everyone focus the small one. Turn again. Oh, not yet, sorry. My bad. Don't forget your cloak sticks.
I have it on cooldown. I just keep fighting away.
Any help, please?
Yeah! Dispatch those thunderheads, boss!
Get away from the curtain. We're doing fine. Try to take this chance to heal up.
Direct hit!
Thank you, Sasko. Don't stand on front of the boss. Never stand in front of the boss. Focus the small one. He's almost at 50. Almost there. Let's go. Okay, bring the small one close to the big one. You can take both bosses now. Stixa.
Rejiggering for optimum dispatchment.
Healers, make sure you focus Stixa at all costs. You can go back to your original position, Stixa, just making the bosses to the other side. Awesome. And bring the small one over there. Okay, everyone focus the small droid. Great buffs, let's heal him as fast as we can. I don't know if I can be revived, but if possible.
Don't worry, I got more for you.
Just focus the small one. Almost there. Okay, everybody, just push the big one. Almost there. Really almost there. So close. Yeah, congratulations, guys. You just
Someone
clear.
fix me up! Don't let this be the end!
I never tell anyone about this final part. Oh, don't apologize. It's taking mastery is just awful. It's terrible. So I'm very glad that we cleared the fight. Congratulations, guys. Nice job once again.
Got some nerve, you bunch of loonies. Sticking your noses where they don't belong. Gonna cut them right off is what I'm gonna do.
Only one more fight left.
Right is the word.
I'm stuck.
Are you in the
I
middle of
got
it?
out.
Okay.
I think we can clear this trash. Just make sure that you kill the Sawbones first. They are the healers of the group, so if we kill them first, it will take us less time killing the ads. Sawbones in the back.
told you not to cross me, Cora. Didn't think you'd live like those still, did you? What, you think my new business partners? They're on their way right now.
And last fight of the operation. Okay, so there will be two phases of the fight. The first one is down here, in which we'll be fighting the Koratani and Pearl. And so one thing cannot happen. We must not kill Pearl before Koratani, or else she will just enrage, and she does a lot of damage. But if we kill Koratani too fast, the bird also enrages. So the tactic here will be we are all going to hit Pearl, which is the bird, until she's at about 30%. And when it happens, we will all switch to Koratani and we will kill Koratani. Right after Koratani is away, we will go back to Pearl and we'll finish the job. That's mostly what we're going to be doing here. So let me see. Since sometimes Pearl is not tauntable and she just goes rogue, Stixa, do you mind taking Koratani?
Sure.
Okay. So for Koratani, she will not move. I mean, she will move, but to specific places. So whenever you just have to face the boss outside. So let's say if she's on the spot she's now, you will just make her face to the outside. That's really it. And after a while, she will jump to another place, and you just make sure that she's facing to the outside because she has a cleave. I will try to get Pearl away from Koratani because if they are close, they buff each other, and we don't want that. Pearl, once in a while, I'm gonna taunt it, but once in a while she just goes rogue. So don't. It's normal that she targets a random person and then it goes back to me. And that's really it. Everybody just focus Pearl, and that's about 30%. I will ask you guys to, and you just switch to Koratani. You burn Koratani down to the ground. Once in a while you'll see that there's a fire debuff. Basically, you will be on fire. And the only way to put out the fire is there are two consoles in the back. I'm targeting them with these DPS markers. The only way to put down the fire is for someone to click one of those consoles, and then there will be blue circles in the ground. And what we have to do is just to stand inside those circles until the fire is out. Do we have anyone that wants to volunteer to click one of the consoles, please, when asked?
Sure, I can. Source is free.
Thank you, Sasko. So, yeah, that's really it for the first part. Just hit Pearl at 30%, go to Koratani, kill Koratani, then we kill Pearl, and we go to the second floor. On the second floor, there will only be one boss, and that boss is called Rugar. He's the main villain of the operation. What we have to do is just to burn the boss down. Just avoid all the thingies on the ground, like AoE circles, droids, mines. Just avoid those. Other than that, just completely focus the boss. We really want to kill him as fast as possible. There's a mechanic which is called a hostage mechanic, just like Saskia is mentioning, and basically it consists of the boss takes a random person and takes him hostage. During that period, it takes like 5 seconds. During that period, all the damage we do to the boss will be transferred to that person. So as soon as he takes someone hostage, everybody just completely stop doing DPS, or we will basically just kill one of our team members, and that's the only thing we should watch out for. And that's really it for everyone except for the tank. So on the first part, Koratani, you just face her to the outside. If you, by the way, just so that you know, the Pearl mechanic is not very compelling. You just have to make sure that Pearl is not close to Koratani, and that's really it. On the second floor, when you take Rugar, you will be he will sorry, just a second. He will be placing a few stacks on you, and when you are at 3 stacks, we're gonna have to swap. So basically, what's gonna happen is I will take the Rugar from you at 3 stacks, and as soon as your stacks are clear, you can take the boss back.
Okay.
Okay, I will also try to get you on focus target so I can see your stacks. But I will try to call it out as soon as you get 1 and 2, so that you can get your awareness to just to read the stack thingies. Unless you are comfortable with it.
Everything helps.
Oh, and that's really it. So let's see where we can go.
Group is ready. I'm pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go, Pearl. It's on.
The boss is coming to me. Everyone on the bird.
Kuratani moved. With next bird.
You can stay inside the blue circle so that you can cleanse the fire. Okay, you can all switch now to Kuratani. Let's kill Kuratani.
I knew the vicious little scruff ball would double-cross you. Have a nice life, short as it's going to be.
And now we just finish the bird. Nice job, let's get the second part of the fight. We got one stack. Now we got 2.
Nice try.
Bounty.
Okay, I got the boss now. You can take the boss back now.
Nice try.
Stop damage. Oh, he's dead already, so...
Sorry.
Yeah, so basically that's the hostage mechanic.
Get him. Thank you.
Nice try.
Can we get him back?
Nice try.
Take him, please.
All right,
Stop damage.
you got me. But if I'm going
Oh,
down,
actually, we got the
you're
fight.
going down with me.
There we go. You can't damage the boss anymore. Because, yeah, this is the end of the fight.
Hey.
And congratulations, guys. And that's the Ravagers for you. So there's absolutely nothing we can have to roll, so I saw decorations though. Yep. So yeah, it's super weird, everything is really
funny,
connected.
I got both decorations. So do you want to make people roll for them?
If you are okay with it, I would appreciate if you wanted to roll at least one of those.
Yeah, I'll give you both. Or I'll give them to you and you can hand them out. Is that easier? Or?
You got them both under personal loot, so what I would suggest is for you to keep one of them, and the other one you can.
I got a previous deco though, so I'm quite happy to give them both away.
Do you think then in that case?
Did anyone get a set piece? Ah, someone did. Okay.
I think you need to hit to accept trade.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Okay, guys. So I'll just I'm gonna link the name of the decoration, and we can roll for it if you haven't won a decoration before. And there it is. This is commemorative statue of Cortani. Just type /roll if you want to roll for. Just like that. I think I was gonna win it.
Well done, Samuel.
And congratulations, Zamul. Just a second, please.
Yeah, the only negative I see with that Sasko is that in hard modes, I would rather not get set pieces for my current class because I have them. I would rather have for others that I'm building, so
Yeah.
that's not nice. Maybe they will put some sort of loot discipline where you can actually select which class and spec you want the loot for.
Right. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Feel free to roll for the storm carry rocket, the other decoration. Yeah, it seems that Malice has the highest roll. Congratulations, Malice. And yep, thank you all for coming. This was really enjoyable. We did struggle a little bit on a few fights, but we got to the end, so thanks all for coming, guys.
Enjoy the run.
Yeah, thanks for your patience.
No worries. And I'll be seeing you around, guys. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Have a good one.